way she getting back in it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Your 2026 Indianapolis Colts.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at the veteran under center, their seventh-year quarterback.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
29. That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm sure after he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 1. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
A 43-yard attempt.
We're scoreless after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
For the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. From the gun, it's Taylor. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
24 yards. That's another Colts first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Complete to Likely. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now a give to Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's been tough sledding on the ground, but after that first down pickup, they've got to gain a little bit more confidence and feel good about starting a new set of downs, trying to move the ball.
Right back to him on first down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Taylor. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. On first down, Abdullah. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Draymond Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
2nd and 5.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just one field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the third quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Up come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Jackson will keep it.
And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8.
Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Henry again on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Ahmad Gardner got downhill quickly and stuck him behind the line. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal.
And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
This pass left side to Downs.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll
fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He's got it complete, Derrick Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Second down, they go again with Henry. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
14. Colts, nothing.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll try it out there for the next one.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing, Jones. This taken in by Downs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now he's going to step up and run. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They run. Adulia. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Dances by him. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Jackson now. Going for Bateman. He's got it on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson to Bateman there. First down, Ravens.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Off the option, here's Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
In motion left, Flowers. They'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Henry. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Colts pick it up. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So Daniel Jones and the Colts down 14-7. A minute 53 remaining. The late fumble gives him unexpected new life as they come up first down. Pass complete to Taylor. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's first and 10. Now Jones. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Here's first and 10. Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he's got this down to the 35.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's first down. To throw is Jones. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Clock at 24 seconds. Here comes second down. Here's Jones. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Jones looking around. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
8-yard loss.
The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.